Welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and I guess it's finally time for my February 2023 collection update video. Yes, I finally have all my February pickups delivered and ready to show off. God, I hate having to import stuff. It takes forever sometimes, and that's why these videos are so delayed. So, let's just get into it. Let's start off with, I guess, the catalog titles, you could say. So, first from Germany. Yes, Germany. I picked up No Surrender, a Scott Adkins movie lit movie you would assume from the front cover, but no, that's not the case. He's not the main character. He's not in it all that much, but I figured I would pick up this Blu-ray because I do have it on digital, where it's English audio track and Danish subtitles, but it's not an English speaking movie. Actually, it's dubbed into English, so I don't even Arabic. It's an Arabic movie with Scott Adkins in it. Well, he speaks English, so I wanted the original audio track, and of course only German subtitles. If only I could rip the Danish subtitles from the digital version I have and make my own Blu-ray with the Arabic audio track. Yeah, that's that. Also from Germany, and this is the one I wanted to pick up. That's Get Carter, starring Sylvester Stallone. And yes, I know this remake isn't all that great, but I kind of like it. It's another for the Stallone collection. And I kind of like this artwork. You can get the old original artwork on the other side. See if I can do it with one hand. There you go. Like that. But I do like that one better. So, yeah, that's that. Also from Germany, I picked up the Emirates version of still my favorite Punisher movie. This is my Punisher. Now, I did have 2 steelbooks of this. Well, technically, I do still have the steelbook with this artwork on it, but I'm gonna sell it. You're gonna hear it a couple of times in these videos. I'm almost down to my last handful of steelbooks now. I've sold even more. So, yeah, I'm out of the steelbook game. So, had to pick this one up. Now, the next 3 movies are Danish movies from my favorite Danish directors, Anders Thomas Jensen. And you have no idea who that is. But he's the director. If you've seen Riders of Justice with Mads Mikkelsen that came out a couple of years ago, that's the same director. He's directed 5 feature films and co-produced other movies. But the 5 movies that he's directed, 2 of them had a Blu-ray release. Riders of Justice is the newest one. I bought that when it came out. He did Men and Chicken before Riders of Justice. I recently got that Blu-ray, and now his first 3 movies have finally come out on Blu-ray, and I guess it's gonna be out of order, but Die Grønne Slagter, The Green Butchers, also Mads Mikkelsen. It's a lot of the same cast in all the movies, and I love these movies. So, weird movies, funny movies. His dark sense of humor is why I love them. So, yeah. Sadly, it's from Soul Media. I completely forgot the name. It's not the original company that put them out on Blu-ray. It's a company called Soul Media. And technically, you could call them the Mill Creek of Denmark. Not the best quality overall, but I've wanted these movies on Blu-ray for so long that I'll take them. And second one, my all-time favorite Danish movie, Blinkende Lygter, or Flickering Lights. I have a blast with this movie. It's such a fun movie, and had to be in the collection, again from the same company. And these are Danish movies, and for whatever reason, it's taken this long for them to come out on Blu-ray. It's not new movies at all, and yet Germany has them on Blu-ray, and have had them on Blu-ray for quite some time. But with my love-hate relationship with German releases, I never bothered picking them up. So, yeah, that's that. But yeah, let's just continue to the last one. Adam's Æbler, or Adam's Apples. The one that's never been released on Blu-ray or digital here in Denmark. The other two do have digital versions, but of course physical over digital. So now I have all his 5 directed movies, thankfully. And then I picked up Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. Plaid. Man. It's first time on Blu-ray here in Denmark. It's an okay Steve Martin movie. I have seen it before, way back. I don't remember it all that well. And technically I only got it because I was I talked about this in the previous update video too, I guess, with free shipping. Buy a little more and get free shipping. Rather get a little bit more that I don't necessarily need than having to pay shipping, right? So it's a bunch of the movies I've gathered over the last few months that's first to Blu-ray in Denmark, where this was a pre-order I added to that. So another one for the Steve Martin collection that doesn't really exist, but whatever. Let's see, the last batch of 9 titles, I guess, are Facebook pickups, random titles I got really cheap. So I picked up Collateral Damage, Schwarzenegger, good movie. Actually thought I had that one, but I couldn't find it. Collateral Beauty. Technically, this is the one out of the stack that I was after, but the seller had a minimum you had to buy, and I didn't want to buy this at full price, brand new. It's one of the few I'm missing in my Will Smith collection. So, yeah, that's that. Due Date. Fun movie. Yeah, I kind of like this movie quite a bit. I had it a little confused with another one that's in the bundle here. But yeah, get them in the right order. This one, The Hangover. I don't know why I mistook those movies, but I got a hangover flashover or flashback for a second. And nope, I'm not drunk, I swear. But yeah, I picked up The Hangover, The Hangover 2, and of course, The Hangover 3. Now you could get a box set with all 3 movies in it, but if you've seen my complete collection video, you know what I do with catalog titles now. I put them in folders and sleeves, so I prefer having the original artwork for each, or separate releases with original artwork. That's what I was trying to say. So I was happy I could find the 3 movies separate. Then I picked up The Hitcher. No, not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully Second Sight will put out the original sometime this year, and I kind of like having the original and the remake, so I can compare here and there, even though there's not much worth comparing in these cases. But this one has Sophia Bush in it, so That's a tiny plus. Pearl Harbor, Michael Bay, one of the touch Disney touchstone movies. Like I've talked about it before. Again, I'm trying to get the touchstone movies that's out on Blu-ray, because up until recently there was a slim to no chance of any of these movies getting a 4K release. But with the Bob Iger back now, the rumor is that they're getting back into physical. So we'll see how that goes. And then the final one, I picked up The Eye, Jessica Alba. That's the only reason. So let's see. No, not complete with the catalog titles. From America, I picked up London, Mill Creek. Talking about Mill Creek earlier. One of the few Jason Statham movies that's not been out on Blu-ray till recently. So, yeah, had to get it. I picked up the DVD not that long ago, actually, but HD. Let's go HD. I guess I can toss the DVD. Then from Ronin, I picked up The Legend of Feng Sayuk. Now, technically, I did order this one, and I ordered it directly on their own site, and they don't ship to Denmark, so I had to ship it to a friend. So I paid the price they wanted and the shipping to him, and then expected it for me to have to pay shipping from him to me and then import charges, ending up being a rather expensive title if I did all that. But I heard some errors about this release, I'll call it. So I canceled it on their site and I got my money back. And yet somehow one day my friend texted me saying this had arrived. I didn't even tell him about that it was on the way because I canceled it, so why would I? And then out of nowhere he texts me saying it arrived. Oh, okay. Guess I got this for free. So I just said, okay, ship it to me. And for whatever reason, it didn't get caught in customs. Here in Denmark, everything gets caught in customs now if you're not IOSS registered. And my friend isn't. So I got this for the price it cost him to ship it to me. That was around $15. So I could deal with that. But yeah, this is a movie, or technically the second one of this, or in this set, is a movie that I've wanted on Blu-ray for quite some time. It's the first time it's on Blu-ray, and that's the one that they apparently screwed up. It has a DVD release where there's only English dubbed audio. I'm not going for that one. This one finally have the Cantonese audio track, and it's out of sync. And the English subtitles on it have been translated from the English audio tracks for both movies. And yeah, if the second one ever gets another Blu-ray release from somebody else, it's a straight up upgrade right away. No questions. I don't know much about Ronin flicks or whatever they're called. They've done a few releases that I wouldn't mind getting, but with that release, my confidence in them sadly isn't all that high. So, continuing the 101 Films Black Label editions, trying to get caught up, I picked up The Last Broadcast, a found footage movie in the vein of Blair Witch Project. And this is one of the releases that really put me over the top of stopping getting these releases. I didn't know this movie at all. I saw the trailer back when it came out, and I was, nah, that's not for me. Now I have it. I have seen it, and yeah, it's not for me. I don't like found footage movies, and this one's not no exceptions. Yeah, it is what it is. Then from Indicator, I picked up The Big Gun Down. In my last update, I showed you guys Run Man Run, and at the time I found out that that was the sequel to The Big Gun Down. Thought I had never seen this one before, and turns out I did. I remembered bits and pieces here and there, so I'm assuming I've seen it before. Good movie, really good movie, but I enjoyed Run Man Run just a tad bit more. Run Man Run was a really good surprise. I'd never seen that one before, but I'm glad I have both movies in the collection now. So, and this is a pretty hefty edition. Well worth the pickup if you like westerns. Then, again, trying to complete the 88 Asia collection, I picked up The Brave Archer from Amazon, one of the remaining few Amazon still have or sellers on Amazon still had at a recent price. Good movie, apparently part of a trilogy. I quite enjoyed this one, even though there's no archer in the movie. Nobody has a bow or arrows at all in the movie, and they call it The Brave Archer. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Good movie though. Also from the 88 Asia collection, The Vengeful Beauty. Apparently it's Flying Guillotines Part 3, or kind of is, I guess. Also a good movie. Brave Archer was a little bit better, but I enjoyed these two movies. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You'll see more in my next couple of updates. I will have the collection complete one day, even though some of the numbers are quite hard to find. Then I also picked up Detective D, or no, completely different detective. Detective Knight, Rogue, the first in a trilogy, and Bruce Willis. I don't need to say much more about what he's dealing with and why these movies are not all that great. Technically, this one isn't all that great either. The sequel's a little bit better, but yeah, of course I have to get it for the Bruce Willis collection. Then I picked up The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Forgot the title for a second. Just simply one more Jim Carrey movie for the collection. So yeah, I don't remember this movie at all. And let's see, Jim Carrey's not the lead. Oh, I'm pretty sure he's not the lead. From America, I picked up The Gangster, the Cop, and the Devil, another Don Lee movie. I said in my last update that you could expect more Don Lee movies. Really good movie. I highly enjoyed this one, so no brainer. And just again, when Don Lee punches people. Yeah. Then the title I absolutely had to get, Project Wolf Hunting Over the Top Gore Fest. That's all I'll say. If you're into horror, gore, a lot of blood, then this is the one for you. And of course, if you don't mind reading subtitles, I don't believe there's. I guess there's a dubbed English audio track on it. But yeah, well worth picking up. And I would almost say that this is the pick of the month for me. No brainer for me. Bloody as all hell, fun. Yeah, and go watch the trailer. From Eureka, I picked up Magnificent Warriors, another great Michelle Yeoh film. Yes, Madam and Royal Warriors, just a tad bit better, but I still quite enjoyed it. And I'm still very tempted to pick up the 88 US version. There's just something about the artwork on the 88 versions that keeps drawing me in. Let's continue to the 4K titles. Again, I picked up a couple, well, at least the first two movies that I technically don't really need, but they were extremely cheap. So I've talked about Elgiganten or Power Giant or whatever you want to translate it to, selling 4K movies extremely cheap when they do have some. And I decided to pick up the Smurfs. I already had the animated movie, and I saw the movies too being really cheap, so I'll pick them up. So I picked up the Smurfs. No idea whenever I'm gonna get around to watching them. If with that, yeah, I also picked up the second one. I do know I've seen them before and remember nothing about them. Then I also picked up Jurassic World Dominion. Of course, I guess I had to complete that series franchise too. I don't hate the movie, but what on earth were they thinking with the locusts? It's a dinosaur movie. You have several big T-Rexes and other dinosaurs, and you go with a mutated locust? Yeah. And this one, or next one, was a no-brainer. Top Gun Maverick, my favorite movie of 2022. Technically, I paid full price for this one, and I have said that I'm done paying full price for the 4K titles now because of the sales that always keeps popping up here and there. But I just couldn't wait for this one. It's a great effing movie, and blasting the surround and having on the big screen. Fun times ahead. So yeah, well worth the money. Project Wolf Hunting is the pick of the month, but Top Gun is a very close second. From Scream Factory, I picked up Bubba Hotep, Bruce Campbell as Elvis. You had me sold at, or bought at, Bruce Campbell. I have a fun time with pretty much any Bruce Campbell movie. Say what you will about this movie. No, it's not Evil Dead, but I still had a fun time. So at the time when Scream Factory put out the Blu-ray version of this, I had a French Blu-ray, and I don't remember if I was able to play Region A movies at the time. So I never picked up the Blu-ray when that first came out, and I did look at it several times, but the slipcover sold out, so I just never got around to it. So when they announced the 4K, okay, I'm getting it this time. So I have the 4K title in the collection now. Also, well, same company, but under the Shout Factory banner, I picked up Magnificent Seven. Great Western. Hopefully, but I doubt it, we can get some of the sequels too. Another one that has Charles Bronson in it, so of course I'm picking it up, even though that he's not the star. You have Yul Brynner, Eli Wallace, Steve McQueen. It's a great cast. James Coburn, and a bunch of other guys that I don't remember the name of right now. But yeah, great Western. I don't know where I would rank it on my top 5 or 10 Western series, but it's a great Western nonetheless. So, of course, I had to pick it up. Now, the last deck, technically, I could should probably run through real quick. Again, with the Steelbooks, I had the entire MCU up till the end of Phase 3. Yeah, Phase 3. We never got any of the lenticular Steelbooks I was collecting from Phase 4. And doesn't look like we're gonna get any of them. And now with Savvy, I don't know if they'll ever ship outside UK again or not. So I just decided no, I'll give up on those steelbooks. So the guy, a friend of mine that technically bought about 85-90% of the little over 600 steelbooks I had, I texted him saying, if you want them, it's yours. I sold them cheaper than I technically could, but I still made out enough for me to pick up pretty much all the 4K MCU movies and still had a little bit extra. So I picked up Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, First Avenger, Avengers, one of two. There's only 2 MCU movies that we never got on 4K here in Denmark, and that's the first 2 Avengers movies. So had to go to the UK for those. Sadly, they have those stupid ratings on the spines, and none of my Danish versions do. So Avengers and Thor: The Dark World, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and I got all these movies during sales, so I haven't paid full price for any of them. Guardians of the Galaxy, which is also why you didn't see Iron Man 3 or the Incredible Hulk. That's the only 2 I'm missing. So Avengers, Age of Ultron, again, the UK one. Ant-Man, still my favorite MCU movie. See, we don't have the ratings on the spine. Captain America, Civil War, Doctor Strange. So I'm waiting for a sale that does include the last 2 I'm missing. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. Heck, I was even able to get a couple of the newer ones that I didn't have. Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor, Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Far From Home, which is where the Steelbook or the lenticular Steelbook collection ended. And then I also, like I said, was able to get Thor: Love and Thunder. Yes, I paid full price for this piece of crap. And then finally, Wakanda Forever, or Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Not as good as the first one, but I enjoy it. There's a few things I wouldn't have done. I would have let this be its own movie, not try to build what's coming in it. Let it be about Black Panther and leave it as a memory to Chadwick. But yes, that's it. My February 2023 collection update video. And with that, thanks for watching. Please do hit the like button. And until next time, peace out.